Hi, I'm Varun here. I'm here to explain my I'm here to explain my third experiment of mobile application development lab, which is which is to create an employee management system using SQLite. And here's the code for it. And here in my first main activity main XML, I have two edit text and two buttons that I have created here. So the edit text ID is name and its hint is ID, and second edit text ID is EID and its hint is employee name, and the first button's ID is enter and its text is enter data. And here we have the button ID is show D and its text is show data. And this is my Java file for the main activity. So here I have created the necessary local variables for the edit action button, and I have referred them referred by ID, and referred all the edit text by their ID, name and EID, and all the buttons with their own ID, enter and show D. So here I have created an object for the class database H. So database H is a class which extends the SQLite open helper, which in this case helps me which is used to create a database. So here this SQLite open helper extended database EH should contain two overridden methods and one constructor. So two overridden methods are onCreate and onUpgrade, and one constructor with parameters as context, string, and SQLite database cursor factory and their version, and it should return all of it. And inside onCreate we create a table which is named employee, which has the employee ID, which is an integer and a primary key, and an employee name of varchar 20. And inside onUpgrade we have an SQL code which will be executed by using db.execsql, and execsql is used to this line drops the table if exists employee, and onCreate of db which returns which creates the database. So here so as you could see here, I have another method called setData which has an SQLite database db. I have created an object for SQLite database which has this dot get writable database, which gets the writable database so that data can be entered into a database. So the content values, I have created an object for content values, which is a predefined method, which is predefined class, and here I have the values dot put of employee ID, the parameter that we got from the previous activity will be added here. So the values will be added to employee ID, and the string that we got from the previous ID will be added to employee name. So db.insert inserts the value inside the db database, which is a writable database which we have got from SQLite database, and here we have db.close to close the database. So we have to pass the SQLite database here as the parameter in the onCreate method. And as we have seen setData, now let's see getData, which has the same setup, a similar setup of setData. So we have to create another readable database this time to get the data, and we have to create a cursor so that this raw query can be executed. So just select star from employee and null. So this displays all the result this displayed all the values that we have in the table. So this string So we have created a string which displays the result, and this cursor will move to next when the first value has been given, and all the strings will be stored and will be printed using a cursor.getString of 0. So the result will, and here I have printed the result. So this cursor.moveToNext will keep on going until it gets a null. So when this is not true, it gets out of a while loop and then it returns the result. So as you could see here in main activity, I have created an object for the database Edge Java, which we just seen now, which has the parameters, all these parameters for the database Edge constructor. So we send all these parameters, and here on the button, we have a button 1 here also. When so we have an on-click listener here, which has a string and an integer, which will send those strings to the database and sets the data accordingly. And we have another button here called show data. So this should display the data from the database. So we have created a string result here, and the result displays the return value of get data from the database H Java class. So, and it will toast it in the app. So to make a toast, we have to give it toast.makeText, get application context of the result and how long the toast should be, and .show off. This should show the text. So let's run this app. Okay, we'll just building, launching the activity, and the employee ID is 543 and the employee's name is Ramu, and I have entered the data. Now the show data, it will show all the previous entered data here. And that's it guys, thank you for watching.